What's up, boys and girls? It's me, Jeffery Scott Mitchell, here today, Thursday, with my daily, I don't want to do this no more rant or uh, consciousness streaming or venting. I'm just, and I haven't taken any acetaminophen with caffeine, so maybe my attitude will improve. These are the old cameras. These are cameras I had on where they froze at when I disconnected them right there. I know that still ain't working, is it? No, that's an old camera. That's an old camera. Kinda. See, that's working, but enough with my cameras. Enough with my cameras. Enough talking about my damn cameras, Let it go already, for crying out loud. You and your damn cameras. So the question becomes, what would I do if I didn't work? What would I do if I just stopped working? And I'm talking about today, right now. What if I just said, call off, I'm sick or whatever, I don't feel like, boom, bam. What would I do? I'd eat, I'd smoke a black of mouth, and then I'd be lazy and go to bed. I probably wouldn't do anything. I probably wouldn't go anywhere. I wouldn't probably do anything productive. And I don't want to do that. But this feeling to wear off, and maybe this is my therapy, talking like this. Open video to the universe regarding my present and immediate feelings and disposition, which I often like to do. Very, very often like to do, just to get on this thing and just say whatever I want to say however I feel, document it in the digital, get it down, and I'll be able to look back over it. I foresee that in my future, I'll look back and be very happy that I did this for myself, that I created all these videos of me talking about me, how I felt at the present time. And I think I'll probably look back and, get a pretty good, quote unquote, kick out of it, if you could put it that way. I got an idea. I know I just said I was going to talk about my cameras, but I'm going to talk about my cameras again. I'm going to play on my cameras. That's what I want to do. Maybe that's what I want to do. Maybe that's what I want to do. Maybe I just want to not work and play with my cameras all day. Okay, I'll say this, and I will cop to it, and I will admit it, and I will cop to this, that playing with my cameras is definitely playing with myself, and I have no problem, very probably, playing with myself all day. I can't think of nothing better to play with than to play with myself. Think about it. Match wits with myself, challenge my mental thoughts and my consciousness, uninterrupted by other people's ideas or other people wanting to say what they want to say, when I want to hear me. So what I did was, let me see if this works. Oh, that didn't work yet. Oh, that didn't catch on yet. What is that? Did I do that right? M62, that's right. Why ain't did that? Why didn't that catch? Why didn't that hit? I don't know. Hold on. And I have to admit that getting on here and venting or complaining or whatever I'm doing does feel good. It makes the day go by. It helps the day. It really does. Because it's like a giving up. It's like, not that I'm giving up, it's like I'm releasing or just kind of letting it go. And it seems to help. It really seems to help in my disposition. And when my disposition gets better, I'm able to actually accomplish some work. So I guess it just takes me a while. So I'm gonna see. I don't have a headache today, or I don't feel that kind of nasal pressure or whatever, annoyance or gnawing in my head or sinuses or whatever. I don't feel that. I feel pretty good. So I'm not gonna take any acetaminophen or caffeine and see how my mood goes and see what happens. You know, if I start to get that heavy-headed, not foggy, but just heavy-headedness and just like feeling. I'll pop a couple of CVS Excedrin knockoffs and go about my bed. Okay? Probably shouldn't talk like that, huh? Probably shouldn't talk like that. I know. Okay, here's what I wanted to do. Am I recording? Here's what I kind of wanted to do. How can I do it? I should do it differently. Yeah, I'm going to do it differently. Hold on. Because I do want to do it. I do want to do it. Let me just say that. I do want to do it, and I kind of want you to see me do it. You know, I think it might be something cool. I don't know. It might be cool. I think it might be. So, actually, I did all that to do this. That's where I'm at now. I don't care. I don't know. It's just fun. It's fun to go through these. It's fun to go through these emotional, whatever you want to call them. You know, just the drift. And I mean, this is really very serious. A very, very serious. I don't give a damn, but it's not really that I don't give a damn. It's deeper or different than that. But it's strong, and and I could tell it's a lot of ego involved. It's a lot of me and ego, and like I'm Jeffery Scott Mitchell, damn it. And I got to gauge how much of that is that, and how much did all that just to do this, and for what? Look at all my websites, move the camera around, did this, did that, blah, 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 for crying out loud. Just talked to helped a lady who was having a very bad day, and one of their applications was causing an issue. And let me handle it. So basically, those are our websites. JefferyTV.com is going to be over the top. Jefferyism is kind of going to be the main, I guess, gut of the philosophy. Atheist Walking would be my ideas on religion. New Black Think would be politics and probably race. Probably politics and race. I should probably put that in there. Theory of universe would be how, why, what we are. Demystification process is going to be just basically my ideas debunking some of the, I guess, folklore or myths or whatever you want to call it in society when people think this and think that on a macro level with just things we just take for granted. And We Funk Me and Organic as Funk is be my musical sites. Plus there'll be other sites where I post music that I create, et cetera, et cetera. There'll be, just different sites like this where I post music just to get it out there. Of course, there's going to be some philosophical slants on the music and, that funk and, just the whole thing. I don't know why I want to put that up there so bad. Oh, look what I did there. Oh, I switched that, changed it. Oh, that one didn't change. That one changed. See where I'm at here. I go like that and put it back. I can switch them back and forth. That doesn't look too bad now. Or do we want this one? Yeah. See, it don't matter. This is what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. I mean, I guess I still ain't got that camera working yet. I still ain't get these working yet, and I guess I'll get them going whenever I feel like it, I guess. Bye. Anyway, I mean, I'm working. I mean, I'm working. I'm doing. I'm working. When I say I'm working, I probably mean that I'm meeting the standards of efficiency, of which I have been set to undertake, and complement what the job desires and what I desire. If I can put it that way. Thank you. So now I'm going to go help a person. This is a weird feeling I get that I don't like. I'm going in to help a person to do something where I probably don't know how to fix it. I probably don't know how to fix it because it's a little bit out of my wheelhouse to do this, to be completely honest with you. And more than likely, I would probably end up sending this to another department that handles it. And my heart's just not in it. And it's not fair to the customer. It's not fair to Latham. It's not fair to my job. When it gets difficult, I'm like, I give a doesn't help. That doesn't help. Yeah, see, he's like, I asked him for his IP address, and he's like, I'm in the so-and-so office. Doesn't help. Hey, let me call you. Let me call you. That's right. Let me just call you. Let me call you right now. Put you in the office. Yeah, see, I didn't think I was going to be able to fix that. I didn't think I was ready to punt. I was ready to punt it over to the other team that handles that. I didn't think I was going to fix it, but I figured it out. I went in there. See, I got to, part of it is just staying calm, relaxing, taking deep breaths, and quote unquote relying on my expertise and knowledge and all that. I guess you could say that. But just to, take your time, take a shot at it, and if you can fix it, you can fix it. If you can't, pass it on. But don't let it get me all and start feeling weird and bad or whatever. Feeling like So I was able to help him. I helped the guy. I went in there and updated the trailer, did this, did that, was able to get it going, And it builds my ego and my motivation and it keeps my head in the game. And I built momentum that way, and that's the way I've been going about it these last few last few days or months, probably months and years now. I'm just saying. Okay, where was I at? But I got him fixed. That was cool. That was the whole thing. I got him fixed. And that was cool. How come I don't have? Oh, because I tried to call him. Because a lot of times I feel that the user, they know more about it because they actually work inside these programs. We don't usually work inside them as much as they do. So a lot of times I think that they know more about it than I do. And I know for a fact that's the truth. But I know a few tricks, that they may or may not know from a technical standpoint. But I was able to get them going, and I was kind of, and I feel, kind of proud of myself. I actually do feel, like, kind of, yeah, you did something, Jeffery Scott Mitchell down there. I used to be that guy. I'm not even mic'd up. How long was I not mic'd up? Probably for too long. I'm that guy. Let's just face it. I am that guy. I am that guy. What I want to be. And I'm starting to feel better. I can feel my energy starting to feel better. I haven't taken any of that caffeine yet. I'm just feeling better. More motivated, more into the day, more into the thing. I'm more into it, and I can feel it. I can feel it in my motivation and my energy and my whole everything. And it's good. It's really good. And then the day starts to go, and then the day starts to flow. And, it becomes, I feel like somebody, I feel like that guy again. I feel like, my confidence, my confidence wanes. And it's not so much my confidence wanes, my ability not in my capability. My willingness is where it is. I'm taking a hit. My willingness to actually participate in this is what makes it kind of weird and difficult. Because, you know what I'm saying? Well, you might not. But you might. But you might not. You might not. You might not. Know what I mean? One thing I can say though is I don't give a damn I care less about not caring anymore. Or the fact that I just don't care is much more respected now at this age, the age I am, than it has been in the past, for sure. Before, I would not care and fight through it. But now, when I feel like, if I'm saying this right, that I don't care, I don't give a damn, or blah, blah, it gets much more respect now. It means something. There's a reason I don't feel like doing this, or there's a reason. I talk about this too much. Don't I? There's a reason that I'm inclined to do so. I keep coming back to this same subject. I'm definitely exploring my feelings. I'm trying to learn and explore and maybe even determine and to go through and to wallow in the feeling that I have, because it's real and I want it to go away. It's definitely real. I definitely want it to go away, or I want to fix it. I want to figure out what's going on. I want to get the message that my body or whatever is sending me. As far as, why do you feel this way every day? And I guess I could say I started to trust these feelings more as I get older. I'm like, oh, this is just not, something just to work through. When you're younger, you can just power through it. I don't care. Yeah. Just power through it. Just get it done. It don't matter. You can be off where, just let it go by. Just run right over it. these kind of feelings. But you get older, you start to give them more respect. And you trust them more. You trust them that they're trying to tell you something, buddy. Come on. It's trying to tell you something here. You might want to listen. I don't care what they say. People have so many names. Different, I guess it's, different around the world you get. What happens is, since you don't care, it's hard to put in effort. And I think that has to be respected. I swear, I'm going through this every day. I'm getting tired of it. I just feel like, ugh. And then it goes, well, I can feel myself feeling better. I can feel my emotion, my energy, my mojo, whatever, my motivation, my whatever vibration going up, getting quote unquote better. I can feel that happening. As the day goes on, but like, why do I gotta go through this all the time? I mean, I'm just talking, I got distracted. Somebody sent a meme to the family chat. I looked up and saw it. Find it. And I like getting on here and talking about it. Let's just face it. Am I performing? I'm a performer. There's no doubt. I do like performing. Is this performing? And I'm, sharing and analyzing. This is all the stuff I like to do. Perform, share, analyze, go over my life. I mean, I just enjoy the whole package. And since we have the internet and I have a platform, I'm like, hey, Yeah, and got back from walking today. My weight, 189.8. I'm under 190, so I should be happy, huh? Under 190, I should be happy. You would think, huh? Under 190, I should be happy, and I am. Today's Thursday's a football game on today, man. I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna do some work. Yeah, let's face it, I love getting on here and complaining. Oh, as soon as I get on here, the phone rings. Blah, 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 blah. My belly's sticking out. Do I look fat? I don't care. I'm old, so I'm allowed to look fat. See, if I sit up like that, I look okay. I don't care. I don't care about the cold baby mama. When you're hot, you're too much. I don't care about the whole baby mama. When you're hot, you're too much. When you're hot, you're hot. Look at what you got. Get up for the downstroke. Everybody get up. Get up for the downstroke. Everybody get up. I'm funky kind of UFO. You got the groove, and we want some. We're unfunky and we're obsolete, and we're out of time. Gonna take your funk and make it mine. Yeah, 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 yeah. You got. Like I said, then all of a sudden, I started to feel better. All of a sudden, my attitude is better. You know, I'm coasting though. I'm not trying to burn. I'm definitely coasting. But my attitude is just much better. I see light at the end of the tunnel. What is that? Do I got this on chop or something? What do I got going on here? If that's doing that. You see, do y'all see that? How my arm get cut off? Oh, that's like that. Why is that like that? Why is that like that, huh? Why is that like that? I put it like that. That looks good. I think that looks good. I do. I think that looks good. Now what happens when I put my hands out? I think that looks good, Papos. 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 Oh, that was going too. Got that camera going. Shut up. Got that camera going too. Oh, these the only two that ain't on yet. Uh-oh, why is that moving like that? That should not move. Let's see why that is moving. Scene, background. Oh, that's not the background, that's the overlay. There we go. How about that now? Now it's not moving, see? That's two different scenes. That was two different scenes, if you know what I mean. You better stop along. It's going to be some sheen because there's two different scenes, if you know what I mean. You better cop along, if you know what I mean. If you've seen what I've seen, you would always, you will want to ride along if you've seen what I've seen. That's two different scenes, if you know what I mean. You know you want to ride along if you've seen what I've seen. I already said scenes. I got to use another word. I can't use the word scenes again. And my first break is coming up. I'll go out, I'll take my first break. I'll walk. Hopefully a little bit warm out there. I'll probably overdress so I can get warm because I am a little bit cold in here. Chilled, I don't know what the word is. Cold, chilled, I don't know what the word is, but I'm definitely not hot. Whatever that means. Why you see that? See at the bottom? Bring that down there like that. That's better, huh? I'm definitely not hot. So we can put it that way. Don't let me get my thermometer out. I bought a thermometer just because we're going to do this again. Oh, God, we're going to go do this whole thing again. We're going to go do this whole thing every winter time. Every time it gets cold, I'm sitting up here and wondering why I'm cold. I'm sitting up here wondering why I'm cold. Every time. Here we go. And I'll cut the damn space heater on. You know, and it's daggone well, outside it ain't cold, but in here I'm cold. I know we go through this every year. I'm just babbling. I think I'm going to put all these, I've got a bunch of videos. I'm going to put them all together. And I'm just going to splice them all together and put it out as one big babbling. Just to put it out there because it's all free. It's all free. You can put as much out there as you want. You could just put tons and tons of stuff out. That's the whole point. That is the whole point of this. It's free. You know what I mean? I like that background. See that background color? I like that background color. I think I better watch how the colors I use for my background for this back here. I think the colors make a difference. And I think I've seen that in other videos, other people's podcasts where they have it like that kind of smoothed out, kind of greenish, bluish. See that background, that color? I've seen that color used before. Kind of mellowy, kind of not opaque, but kind of exposure different, something, the way the color comes off. Maybe not as vibrant or stark, or maybe a little kind of fuzzy, blurry, but, you know, exposure-y kind of thing. I'm just saying, people. Yeah, see how I feel a little better? And I didn't take no Excedrin and no caffeine yet. And I'll say this too, since we talking, since we cool like that, since we talking, I got a bump on the back of my head. And it may be, the bowl may have been turning into something and causing pressure back there, because I kind of drained it today. It really wasn't a good drain, but I guess, release some of the pressure, and I don't have that problem back there. My head isn't hurting the way it usually does, or throbs, or whatever you want to call it. So, I'm gonna go to the doctor and say, hey, cut this damn thing off the back of my head. And they will. Or they'll try. Uh-oh. Wow. I can't, working on a case. That's a case. Can't drop that name. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Steeler game at I would say San Diego, playing the Chargers in Los Angeles, SoFi. Look at the tickets. We're talking about coming down. We'll figure out the weekend, figure out that. We're just playing the whole week. When I got going next week. Here, there, everywhere. So Thanksgiving, all of that. All of that in one kind of blur. Return tickets, just stuff. And I was actually thinking, hey, tickets for this game is kind of high. Well, one of my favorites. And I went and saw them live in Barcelona. Yeah, I'm kind of flossing. I saw them live in Barcelona, Spain. And them live sound just like the record. That's what I like to do. This is what I like to do. This is what I like to do. And I can get my work done too. I'm getting my work done. I admit that I may not be, well, I ain't gonna do my best for anything. I don't give a damn. I ain't giving my best or doing my hardest. I'm not gonna do it. I don't think that's even, I think I said that before. I don't even think that's a practical statement to say, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna give my all. I guess you could do the best. Abilities, I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna give my all. That means I'm gonna do the best I can. Can it be the same? But when I say I'm gonna give my all, that means I'm gonna devote everything to it. That's not true. I'm not doing that for nothing. I don't even do that for me. I don't even give my all to myself. That's how selfish I am. I ain't trying to give my all, not even to myself. That's how selfish I am, damn it. I ain't giving my all to nothing, not even to me. What about your kids? What about this? What about... Nope. Nope. I'm just saying. Ain't this a free country? Am I not allowed to say what's on my mind at all time? And, not to pose an argument, not to create an argument that may or may not exist. If anybody has a problem with it, if I got my so-called haters, I'm gonna vent haters so I can bounce off the whole haterade thing and, to be able to expound on what I really want to say anyway, to pretend that there's haters out there that I have to respond to so that I can basically say, what I want to say anyhow, is, go out and get your own. Go out and be your own, whatever. Get your ideas out there. Get your feelings out there. Do it for you. Do it for you. But the only thing I'm thinking about is when I get off work, set up my food, and smoke that black and mild. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with it. And it's not cool. I'm obsessed with it, and it's not cool. I shouldn't be that much into anything. Literally, anything. I don't like the way this is going. I think when I run this both at the same time, it doesn't handle it. Let me see. Yeah, the CPU is at 48%. That's kind of high. Now it's up to 58. So it might be dragging and I might be going slow. But anyway, I'm going to kill that. Let's get out of that. Boom. Let's get out of that. See where CPU. CPU goes down to 42% now. 27% now since I killed that window. 24. Since I killed that, let me switch. 26%. All right, 26%. What else I got going on this computer? Down to 18% now, 23%, 18. Once I kill that VLC, what I do is I send it from this camera, from this computer over there, usually. From this computer, well, this monitor, actually the computer's down there. This monitor is what I usually play video files from, and I send it over to that computer, like that. And this is my work computer, which is neither here nor there. Thank you very much. So, something else I wanted to do was start not pushing my brakes all the way to the end. I like to push my brakes as far out as I can. To do them to go as many hours as I can work and then take that break. Then I take that first break. Well, I got to take lunch within 5 hours of punching in. You got to take lunch within 5 hours of punching in. So the idea would be to take your break halfway between that after 2.5 hours. That would be 2:30. Right now it's 3 o'clock. And see, I'm trying to push it to 3:30. Sometimes I don't take my break till 4. So I take my break at 4. Then I turn around and come back and got to take my lunch like in less than an hour after that. And I think I might want to stop kind of doing that and start taking my breaks at a more equal distant, more right in the middle. And I think I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna take my break now after I finish writing this up. After I finish this up, I'm gonna do that now. Take a break, and it's good to get out. Get the blood moving, get outside. Hopefully it's a little bit warm outside. Feel some sun and get that body moving and get back in here and, it's just good. I mean, it's just good. When you enjoy all of it, it's really good. When you just enjoy all of it, it's really good. And because the thing is, when you even enjoy all of it to the point to where you even enjoy the stuff you don't like. I mean, just the experience of this LIFE. I mean, my God, it's just, see how I really went. I see how I go. I went from not wanting to do this anymore, have that the main thing on my mind, to this is the best experience in the whole wide. This life conscious awareness, being Jeffery, or experiencing life as Jeffrey Scott Mitchell, it's just the best. It's just the best. Having the attitude of philosophy, part Buddha, part, who else? Aristotle. I've been studying the philosophers. Part Ayn Rand. If I could throw those names out there at you, just for kicks. I'm still an objectivist. I'm still into the objectivism thing. And listening to Plato and listening to stories about Plato and Socrates and how the whole philosophical tree, or this whole philosophical history, has played out, and that's what I do. That's just what I do. My name is Jeffery Scott Mitchell, and what's pissing me off? If I can be dramatic like that, we changed. I said this before. Before you would type the last name, everything was sorted by the last name. Everything across the world, everything in the world. You just you look up somebody, you just start typing their last name. Now they changed that. For some whatever reason, they're changing it to the first name. And you got to use the asterisk, then start typing their last name. You got to use the asterisk as a, global character. What's the word? Character that, fills in. I forget. I know it. I'll think of it later. But use asterisk to help you sort stuff. And I should put something more cool. That's an actual shot, actually. So that's an actual shot. Watch this. You take this, turn it this way, bring it down, bring it up right there. See what that does. See where that puts it. So I told you that's an actual shot. That's the actual live camera. See, I can turn that. See, what I would do is I'd take that camera, point it at the TV. If I'm watching a game or something, that's what I'm gonna do. I can turn that camera, point it at the TV. That way you can see me and the TV. Go figure. Go figure. And not only that, that's two different cameras. And see how close they are to being in sync. One is a USB camera. One is the wireless camera using NDI. So that's kind of cool that they're that close in sync, if you ask me. All right, I think it's time for me to take a break. When I take a break, I'm gonna splice all these together. I'm gonna splice all these videos together and put them out. I'm gonna splice them all together and I'm gonna send it to YouTube so YouTube can run the transcript. YouTube can make a transcript and then run it through the AI and let AI summarize all this stuff I've been talking for all these hours. I'm not even sure how many hours I've been talking, but in fact, when I do that, I'm gonna do that now.